much. I'm your host, Jill Wagner, here with our resident DJ, Cole Plante. Oh, yeah, we waited through 4 seasons of Teen Wolf for Styles to get the girl. And now he might have lost her forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we have them here tonight to talk it all out, all right? Please welcome Malia Shelley Hennig.
Yeah.
And Styles Dylan O'Brien. We're also joined by the very talented actress and singer and a huge Teen Wolf fan, Cassie Steele. And this was one of the most suspenseful episodes of Teen Wolf ever. Scott and his pack barely escaped death's door. And Styles got caught betraying Malia.
Whoa.
Whoa. Betraying. So we have a lot to discuss. So Malia ditches Styles after she reads her name as Malia Hale, and she's on the Deadpool list. So what do you think she's more upset about? That Styles kind of withheld that information from her, or the fact that Peter's her father?
Well, she just found out her dad is not her dad, but I think she's so attached to Styles. He's really helped her transform into this new life as a human. So, I mean, and coyotes, I believe, are very faithful to their pack. And so I'm sure she was really, really let down.
Dylan, why would Styles lie to her?
He was protecting her, you know, I mean, or at least he was doing what he thought was protecting her, and it was, you know, obviously it turned out horribly. But he knows that that guy's bad news, and, you know, naturally, if she finds out that he's the father, she's going to want to have a relationship with him, and he wants to, you know.
So there's a little selfish reasons in there, too. I mean, because you don't want her to leave.
Yeah, he doesn't want her to go. He doesn't, you know, he wants her all to himself.
Okay, so that was a pretty serious betrayal. Cassie, is that something that you could ever forgive?
In this case, probably. I mean, there's just so much going on. There's money involved. I mean, come on. It's a lot.
All right, well, Peter's name is not on the list, either because he's the benefactor.
Yeah.
Or he's incredibly lucky. Cole?
I think it's too cliche if it's Peter, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Because everyone
I feel like he was so
think
surprised when the past things in the past episodes have happened, like when all of his bonds got stolen and getting a tomahawk to the chest. I mean,
so who do you think
I
it
wouldn't
is?
do that to pretend to someone, hey, I'm not the benefactor by tomahawking myself.
So who do you think it is?
Allison.
Oh, that's cool.
The keyword was Allison for that code. That ties her to all the assassins in the death pool. She would know who's the supernatural.
I like that. Cole, I'm gonna start, you can just host the show.
Mr. Teen Wolf.
Dylan, your character has to go through something called, or you get canine distemper. And I don't think you've ever had that before, so you don't have anything to pull from. How do you know how to play that?
Well, I don't even think we were told that's what it was.
Yeah, that's the thing. I literally, the first time I'm hearing that term is now from
Oh, I'm so
you.
happy.
Yeah.
I
So
can
it's not like I
reveal
could,
that to
I
you.
could Google that or anything.
It says in the script, though, sweaty.
Right, we're diseased. we're tiring out. We have stages of disease, like, you know.
Okay, now there's no cell phone usage. Oh my God.
I know, that's probably,
no cell
I think,
phone,
the
no
craziest part of the
Wi-Fi.
episode.
Cassie, what would you do?
I'd die, like, immediately.
I like that answer. Totally
There's
changes.
no point.
All right, well, it's time for all of you number crunchers to get ready. We're about to update our wolf stats, and we didn't have any hookups, but we did have 3 deaths. Reed, Simon, and the woman in the hospital. There was no transformations this week. And Reed stayed shirtless throughout pretty much the entire episode. And for our bonus stat, 15 is the number of years Coach has been sober. And given how stressed out he always is, that's pretty amazing. So let's add up all those numbers to the past stats and see where we stand on the season. All right, we have to take our first break, but when we get back, we'll talk more about the big revelations we learned tonight, and we'll name our Wolf Crush of the Week. And you won't want to miss a sneak peek of next week's episode. Cole, it's music time, baby.
I did go to the movies to see Daredevil with a bunch of my friends and a date, but then I forgot he was waiting outside. I had his ticket. We ended up breaking up right after the movie. Oh man, I think maybe a movie. I think my mom drove us to the movie theater because we didn't have a license.
I went to a Paramore concert because I'm a big music fan, and so was the girl I went with. You know, we got to go do something really cool that we both wanted to.
My first date was when I was a sophomore in high school, and he took me this place called Southford Falls. It was waterfalls, but it was really just like a little river that had some rocks that the water fell down.
That's exciting. That's kind of dangerous.
It wasn't like I was climbing the waterfall.
On my first date, I went to a local movie theater called Weston 8 and a pizza place called Del Vecchio's.
Formaggio extra.
It was a great first date.
Welcome back to Wolf Watch. Thanks for the beats, Cole. How
My
good
pleasure.
are you? Does everybody love Cole? I love Cole. I'm Joe Wagner, hanging out with Shelley Hennig, Dylan O'Brien, and Cassie Steele. Before we talk more about tonight's episode of Teen Wolf, Cassie, I want to hear a little bit more about what you've been up to. And I hear you've got a new EP coming out called Patterns.
Yeah.
I believe it's coming out next week, right?
It is coming out next week. There is about 6 songs on it, and it's all about patterns of behavior.
Uh-huh.
Mostly about growth.
I just have to say that your song Mad is Kate's theme song for this season.
You're crazy.
She's fun to
You're
hang out
crazy.
with.
I like that. I like that I'm a soundtrack in your mind.
You absolutely are. Okay, so a lot of your fans know you from Degrassi and the LA Complex. Are you doing any more acting?
Yeah, actually, I have this movie coming out called The Dorm. It's actually MTV, and it comes out in the fall. So that's going to be
Nice.
really fun. It's a bit spooky.
Ooh, we like spooky here.
Yeah.
Like Teen Wolf,
Those are literally my favorite things.
right? Okay, well, back to the episode that we just watched. After Derek brings Brayden back to the hospital, Cole, he keeps a watchful eye over her. Do you think it's because he's protecting his investment, or do you think there's something else going on there?
I think that she's just so much of a challenge and just so kind of badass that he sort of finds an attraction towards her. Brayden's sort of like become part of the pack, even if it's by money at this point. I
I'm
mean,
still not so sure about Brayden. I mean, I just feel like kind of on the edge about her. I don't know. I feel like
is it
anybody that can
dollar
be bought can
signs?
always
You
be
don't
bought.
know.
And anyone who Derek might be attracted to is also, you know, room for speculation there, because
That's a good point.
last time we saw the
Look at his
Rock,
past.
Totally.
Okay, Shelley, Malia knows now that she's worth $4 million. Is that a fair price for her?
I think it's a great price because it puts her lower on the list, so she's going to survive longer.
I agree
don't
with
think
you.
she is a type of girl that is worried about what
Egotistical
her
or-
price is. So it's more of, okay, you're worth more, so they'll kill you first before they'll kill me. So
Right. Okay. So Dylan Stiles gives a long speech about how Peter doesn't deserve the money because he's not a good guy.
Yeah.
So why do you think he helped out the pack?
To get what he wants.
Right. So it's just to get what he wants.
Yeah.
There's no.
Inevitably, eventually, he will always, there is always an agenda
There's a plan.
with that guy. Yeah.
All right, all season long, Malia had been crushing on Styles, but we're crushing on someone else right now. Agent McCall, our wolf crush of the week. Why? Because of the heroic way he saved Styles from Simon. Heroism is definitely a very hot quality. So congratulations, Agent McCall. You know who else is trustworthy? Our Wolf Watch correspondent, Tyler Posey. Let's take a look at what he has in store for us this week, shall we?
Despite the awkwardness of high school and a dating pool that's filled with pretty much homicidal maniacs, peeps still manage to hook up. So I had to ask my friends, who's your favorite Teen Wolf couple of all time? Here's what they had to say.
All right, so I might be a little biased, but I have to say my favorite Teen Wolf couple is probably Scott and Kira.
My official favorite Teen Wolf couple of all time would probably have to be Scott and Allison. They were there at the start, and that's really what started the whole show.
I think you have to go back to the beginning. I still love the Scott and Allison. It was just the original Romeo and Juliet story of the show, and I thought they were always so great together on screen.
Well, of course I like Styles and Malia. And what I really like about that pairing is how no one else around gets our love, because it could be pretty aggressive, especially on Malia's side, but that's how she shows love. So I think it's unique and unconventional, and it's kind of how I am in real life.
My favorite Teen Wolf couple would have to be the hopeful future couple, maybe, of Mama McCall and the Sheriff. Just saying.
It's hard for me to pick one, especially if we're talking romantic relationships. So I'm just gonna go with Scott and Styles, because I've always said the true romance on the story is actually a bromance.
All right, we have have to take another break, but coming up, we'll see how well our guests know the romantic side of Teen Wolf, and we'll give a preview of next week's episode presented by AT&T. Cole, let's get some music in here. Shelly, Dylan, Cassie, and Cole. And Styles and Malia have been the power couple of this season of Teen Wolf, but over the past 4 seasons, there have been a lot of romantic pairings, and we want to see how well our guests remember these love connections. So I'll be reading a series of quotes, and the first person to buzz in and correctly identify who said the line gets a point, and a bonus point if you can also say who the speaker was talking to. Okay, then let's play Love Lines. Here we go. To be totally honest, you make me kind of nervous, kind of like really nervous. Cole.
I know that one.
Scott to Allison.
Nice.
Scott to Allison, you are right, Cole. Good job.
Supporters.
Good job. All right, next line. What am I, a nun? Put them somewhere more useful. Dylan.
Lydia to Aiden.
Yes! Ladies, chime in here.
Yeah.
Just hit the button. I don't even care if you know.
Okay.
Me and Cole are driving the thing right now.
All right, next line. Just clear your head and think about something else. Think about me, naked.
That's you.
Shelly.
Allison to Daniel Sharman.
No!
So now what happens?
Can we
It
steal
was to Scott, so you got a point.
Okay.
But you just didn't get the extra point.
Okay.
All right, the next line. This newfound heroism is making me very attracted to you. No, seriously, do you want to try making out for a second? Just see how it feels. Dylan.
I got the light. It is Styles to Scott. But he's
You
joking.
do. It's awesome.
That's like not a romantic line. I don't know why that's in there. But I got the points.
All right, next line. This one's a doozy. Get ready.
Cover his
Shake it out.
Do something to him.
Cole.
Cole,
All right.
look over there.
You know, Cole,
I'm looking over here, yeah.
you know, when you said you wanted me to model for you, this wasn't what I thought you had in mind. Cassie, go!
It's to Lydia.
Oh my gosh.
It's Aiden.
Yes! Oh yes! That was awesome. You got a point. Okay, the next line. I can't think of anything else to say except for be careful, and I know I'm gonna sound.
That's awesome.
Cole.
I know this one.
That's Kira to Scott.
I knew
Dude,
that
have
one.
a Jeep. Before we go to the church.
All right. Do you want to talk about Scott or do you want to paint my body? Cole.
Allison Isaac rave scene season 3.
You are correct.
Bro.
Did know that one.
I think we can safely say that Cole is the winner of this game. You are the master, and he gets to take home this amazing Wolf Watch prize pack, which I happen to have right here in my top drawer.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Oh, so you're living
yeah.
here now.
I'm living here. I'm actually living on set now. So he gets these cool glasses.
We have
you don't
upped
get them.
the ante from last year.
Wait.
If I had
don't get
known
them.
glasses were on the line.
By the way,
Glasses?
that's not his first pair.
Well, you
He gets
want him
another.
anyways.
This, the jersey. We love that. The mug. It's gold now. Oh yeah, we've upped it. And for the losers.
Well, the losers take these.
The losers? No, you can't have my podiums. It's expensive.
Yeah, can I win my
But you
podium?
can have these mugs that say loser on them. Wolf Watch loser. Have fun with that.
Cheers.
And I know something all of our viewers love seeing is a bonus scene from next week's episode of Teen Wolf. So let's roll it.
That's your assassin speak?
I said he's dead. What more do you want?
Well, it was a little dry. You could have said something like, target has been neutralized. You know, the crow flies at midnight. That's always cool.
Type this. Visual confirmation isn't possible. Please come in to claim body in 40 minutes. Tell him number one on the list is dead. I killed him. And if the wire transfer isn't completed in 40 minutes,
All right, we have to take one last break, but coming up, we'll show some love to our Alpha of the Week, and you won't want to miss a sneak peek of next week's episode, so stay tuned. You can switch those. Welcome back to Wolf Watch. Cole and I have been enjoying this love fest with Shelley Hennig, Dylan O'Brien, and Cassie Steele. And now we're opening our hearts to our Alpha of the Week. This young lady makes jewelry inspired by Teen Wolf, and since nothing says romance like jewelry, she's perfect for today. And coming to us from Mississippi on video chat, let's welcome Holly. Hi. Welcome to the show. We're so happy to have you. I gotta tell you, I am totally digging your bracelets over here. They're really cool.
Oh, thank you so much. That means a lot.
Aw, well, I want to dig right into Teen Wolf. So who's your favorite character?
Definitely Peter.
If I had to pick a favorite character too, it'd be Peter. But...
Really? Wait a minute. It would be Peter?
Oh, for sure.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, well, Holly, let's get back to your jewelry. What led you to start making this jewelry?
Well, during season 1, I searched online to find some Teen Wolf bracelets, and I had no luck. So it wasn't until season 3B that I realized I could just make my own.
By the way, this is really cool. I love it. Thank you for these bracelets. I'm assuming we can have these, right?
Of course.
Yay, thank you. So, Holly, is there anything you'd like to ask our guest?
Yeah, are you guys Stelia or Stydia fans?
I don't know how it works with the shipping terms and everything. I mean, but I'm a fan of both relationships for different reasons. I know that sounds like the most PC answer ever, but like, I'll edge it up a little bit. No, I don't know. You know, like, I mean, Styles had feelings for Lydia for so long, and he still does, and he always will. But it just, you know, for whatever reason, like, things in life do. Sometimes it didn't work out, and he's moved on, and he's comfortable with feeling the way he does about her and having her as a friend, and he's found the importance of finding somebody who, you know, reciprocates. And I know that in the fan base, it's like, you know, a war.
Yeah.
So it's so funny, but I think it's like, they're both so great.
I agree completely.
Holly, is that all you wanted to ask?
What was the strangest thing you had to do for your role in Teen Wolf?
Shelley, you take this one.
The most recent, I had to deal with bondage. And I was transforming from human to coyote, and yeah, it was uncomfortable.
What about you, Dylan?
The one that's popping in my head, the pilot, you know, hanging upside down. I don't know. I was so stoked to go upside down. And I like almost passed out. Literally, like
Yeah, it's not fun once
they had to
you
let me
start
down at
doing
one point
it,
because they're, you know. And now that I think about it, it's so funny. They were like, you know, I had such energy about it just because it was like the first acting experience I've ever had. That I was just like, yeah, no, leave me up there. Like, it's all good, it's all good. And they were all so perturbed by that. Like, they were just like, okay, are you sure? Like, all right.
Well, now you know as an actor, like, those
Pace
things can
yourself.
really pace
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah.
Exactly.
I was
pace
out of my
yourself.
mind to be doing that.
All right. Well, congrats again to Holly, our Alpha of the Week. Thank you so much, Holly, for being on the show. And thank you for these awesome bracelets. We will wear them. Thank you so much.
Bye.
All right. This week's Teen Wolf ended with quite a cliffhanger. And I can't reveal everything that's going to happen. What I can do is show you a sneak peek of next week's episode. So check it out.
Next on Teen Wolf.
Are we really doing this? How does this get us any closer to the benefactor?
we have a plan.
This is a terrible idea.
You ready?
For even more action, head over to the After Show on MTV.com and the MTV app right now. And be sure to tune in next week for another episode of Wolf Watch. Until then, I'm Jill Wagner reminding you to watch your back. You never know what creatures are lurking out there in the dark. Cole, take us out. Bye-bye, everyone.